You know it's gonna blow up the whole screen. So I didn't want to make it that big. It just blows up the whole screen. Draw this time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Clicked to the wrong thing. God, I did the wrong thing. Oh, man. Do that. That won't happen again. No, now I have to freaking play with it. What do you do?
This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How well you're... Welcome to your franchise staff. Staff points when you have enough to see what some talent trees make you select a path to follow. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards.
This one was already unmarked. See that? See, it's not me. Where is it? Yeah, it was a mistake. Let's get this show on the road, baby. Oh, what are you doing? Game.
A new era begins here in Indy as the Jags and Colts are underway to begin the new season. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On play action, Lawrence. First look is incomplete. Not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the game. But Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He comes right back on it.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Colts offense set to go to work, and they're led by a guy who's bounced around a bit the last few years, hoping to find a home with Indianapolis, Gardner Minshew.
Even though the Colts were in quarterback to start the NFL draft, they wanted a veteran under center this season. They tagged Minshew as that guy. The mustache and the mullet are in the Circle City, and he is their starter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
There's a lot of things right there. I don't agree that Madden 23 is.
Minshew's going to keep it himself. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, that's just not fair. Now room to run. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 43. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now they'll probably run.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And that's the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good for another Colts. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set.
Why do we leave such wide plays?
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they've got it as we resume action. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They promote safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
This is the other one. Guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all. A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
McKenzie now to return it. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. The second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Back to Taylor on first down.
Shut him down.
And he's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll go play action here with Minshew.
Stop
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
How you doing?
Minshew sets to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. Touchdown, Colts. Isaiah McKenzie. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Go.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
In Rome.
Pass taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Play for the Seahawks.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. That's caught inside the 20.
Good catch,
and he's
man.
brought down after a very nice game. A big pickup of 38.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Right side caught by Ridley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Colts 11-yard.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep up the scoreboard here.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Calvin Ridley. He open. Get open, Ridley.
Yes! His man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Oh,
Calvin Ridley,
amazing.
a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Get in.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Minshew. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off the option, here's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Finds his big tight end, Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That's good for the Colts. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you get good yards like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Minshew.
Watch this. Watch this.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Jags offense now. Possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Now Lawrence on first down. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a bodybuilders guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A short throw to Ingram, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Indianapolis. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go, got to have it. Lawrence, and it hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carried around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe on gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jags are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the doors open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense knows 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. To return is McKenzie. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 14-7, a minute 53 remaining. Throwing now, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Calling a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Gardner Minshew who finished things off himself with a touchdown run. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels.
That was terrible. Probably because we didn't have any practice reps.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels.
That was terrible. Probably because we didn't have any practice reps. Very well. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, I'll probably broadcast maybe later today, or maybe I'll broadcast a different game. I'll probably be on playing Spider-Man 2 because I pre-ordered that today. So yeah, that's probably the game I'll be playing in chat. I mean, yeah, that's probably the game I'll be playing when I get it from GameStop. Like, once I pick up my pre-order. I picked it up today because, excuse me, I couldn't really pick it up for the midnight release because it was kind of too late. Okay, if you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also, follow my social media, GamerRyan3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace. Okay, if you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also,